Hey, what's up, everyone? In this video, we're going to look at styling the files block for a single listing. So I recently had a client come to me and say, this doesn't look desirable. So in their case, they had like resumes for job seekers, and they added like edited a listing, and then they uploaded a PDF. Right? They had like the resume and stuff, and it didn't look that great. So my suggestion was, actually their suggestion was, can we turn this into a button to look more like a button? And I had never attempted that before. So um, I took on the challenge and thought, it has to be possible, right? So this video, I'm gonna show you how to do that. And you can grab the CSS right now from the MyListing Club website. Just go to where you can find the other CSS code snippets. And so over here, and go to resources, and then go to code snippets. Here we go. And then you can just do a search for files, and it should come up in there. There we go. Style the single listings files block to look like a button. So this is what we're going to work from here. Okay. Okay, so let me show you exactly what I am talking about. So let's say you've got a listing. Let's go over here. Let's go to this person. And let's say they want to upload a resume or something like that. Okay, so let's go into our listing types. Let's go into experts. Let's add a file field. So this is under custom fields here on the right. Okay, and actually, we'll just go ahead and continue. My mouse indicator thing is not working right now, so you just have to bear with me on that. So there's a file upload field right here. Okay, so we click on that. And for the purposes of the video, I'll just leave it here at the bottom. So we'll just call this resume. We'll skip all of the instructions and all of that we would normally put in there. Let's just, for now, we'll just say it's an image. Let me see if I have any images on my computer here. Do I have any pictures? Yeah, I do. Okay, so let's just say, let me see what file type these are. We're going to pretend, because normally we would do like a file, like a PDF or a Word document or something like that. Okay, we're just going to do a ping file, PNG, for the purposes of this video. We're not going to do multiple files. We'll leave the maximum upload size empty. This is just for this video. Like, I would take the time to fully configure this field properly. Okay, but let's just roll with this. Okay. So I've got the field in there. Let's go to our single listing page, content and tabs, go to the details tab, and then let's add the files block. So just click on that. Let's go in here. Let's call this resume. From the drop down, let's choose our field. We're going to choose the resume field that we added. We'll go ahead and just leave that paperclip in there. Just because I'm going to show you guys what the default experience would be like first. All right, so let's update that. I'm going to go ahead and edit this expert listing right here in the back end, just so I don't have to go through the submit form. Okay, we're going to drop down to the bottom, and let's add. Oh, I didn't even think about that. We can just use an existing image that we already have in here. Let's just choose her face right here. You know what? We might not have any PNGs. All right, I'll just go ahead and upload. Yeah, see, these are all optimized. I'll just upload the image from my computer here real quick. There we go. All right. So I uploaded a photo of me. Now let's refresh this listing here on the front end. And where did I put that? Where is the block? Let's move the block around just so we know it's at the top. So let's go over here, single page, content and tabs, details, resume. Let's put it all the way at the top, like so. I'm not sure why that is not in there. Should not be caching in any sort of way. Let's go back down here. So we uploaded our image. Okay, that should be good. Let me check this one more time. Yep, use field resume. Okay, we've got our file in there. Yeah, that's really strange why that's not coming through. Yeah, that should show. Could be caching, I guess, but just find out. Oh, I see what it is. I'm an idiot. I did the wrong listing. All right, that's my fault. Okay, we did this person 4B. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so here we go. So you see what I mean? It's not pretty. Okay, so what can we do about this? Let's turn this into a button. So I'm going to duplicate this just so we can see the before and the after. So what I'm going to do on my other screen, I'm just going to grab the CSS little by little because I want you to kind of see how this is built. All right. So I'm going to come over here to, I use WP Codebox for all of my CSS, if you haven't already figured that out. So I'm going to go to CSS and I'm going to go to single listing. And this is the optimal way to apply CSS to your MyListing website. So you're only applying the CSS to where it absolutely needs to be applied on your site. So it doesn't load on every single page. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to put it at the very top. Okay. And I'm just going to put in a comment here. And we'll call this just file. We'll call this file block just for this video. Okay, so the first thing we want to add, I'm going to add is I'm going to add this bit right here. So this is the actual targeting the link, and this is what's going to give you that main button look. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and save that. One of the keys here is this file block, and this is in the instructions of the code snippet as well. So we're just targeting this one block. Okay, so that's where this hashtag and then file block, that means an ID. So we go back into the listing type. We go back into that block. Here we go. And we need to place that ID in here so they match. Okay, that's all you do. You don't want to put the hashtag in there. You just want to put the word file block. All right, let's update that. So we've got the before, and then now let's do the after. Okay, so just in that short amount of code, we are quite close. Okay, we're going to keep going. And some of this will just be pretty easy to understand. So this one right here is just going to give us the hover styling. Okay, pretty self-explanatory there. It's, it's a button's going to have hover. The next one here is going to target the file name itself. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're using a trick with CSS. We're going to hide the file name, and we're doing that because we are saying that the file name or the initial file name, we're going to set it to transparent. Okay, let's go ahead and save this. So now when I refresh, you won't be able to see that file name at all. Okay, but we need something there in its place. Okay, so we're going to come down here. We're going to grab the next bit of CSS, plop this in. So this is saying in place of that transparent text that we're hiding, we instead want to add the word view download file. Okay, and you can change that to whatever you would like. Just change whatever is in between those quotes to whatever you'd like. And then we're setting the color of the link, the text. All right, let's save that. Refresh. There we go. So now we're really close. We've got our button there. But now we want to get rid of this view link that's floating out there. And we're going to get rid of this icon. You don't have to get rid of the icon, but we're going to get rid of the icon. Up to you if you want to do that. So the next one is pretty obvious. These next two, actually. This is the last bit of CSS. So in this, we're just hiding the icon and the link. Okay. Before and after. All right. So we're not in this video, we're not worrying about this right here. If I want to, this heading right here, if I want to match it to the rest of what I was doing or what I'm doing for this test site, I would come in here and I would remove the icon, save it. There we go. So that's going to give us kind of like, more of that cohesive look. Another thing we could do is we could remove the padding around this so it's not all looking indented. But we're not going to worry about that for the purposes of this video. The main thing is to get this to look like a button. Okay. The other thing too, so let's see what that would look like if you took maybe if we kept the icon. So let's keep the icon. Oops. Let's keep the icon, but let's take out the link, the link that appears at the end. There you go. And then you could style this up with some CSS if you wanted. So we could come in here and then we could say, figure out where that background's coming from. Let's see, is it here? Background, transparent. No, I don't think that's it. I think it's go here. Change this to white or whatever color you want. There we go. And then we'll get rid of the border. Get rid of the border. There we go. So that's a cool look. Kind of like that look. Maybe I'll put that in the CSS as well. Yeah, that's a cool look. The only thing I haven't done yet, and I kind of spending too much time on this particular piece, but making this, if you want to make this button that kind of fits the width of the text, that's another step you could take. I didn't get that far. The other option is to kind of center it like I did here with this book consultation button. But for now, I think that looks pretty good, and that satisfied my client's requirements. So that's it. I will update the CSS, the code snippet, so that you guys, if you want to keep that icon in there and style it, I'll put that in there right as soon as I get off this video. And yeah, so here's the before, not good. And here's the after, much, much better. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and catch you in the next one.